Donald Trump has a new criticism for Hillary Clinton, and it's without question his silliest one yet.
A lot of things are going on, folks. A lot of things. I think she's actually getting pumped up. If you want to know the truth, she's getting pumped up. You understand? In fact, we're going to be talking about that in a few minutes. She's getting pumped up for Wednesday night. Let's see. You know, I don't know. Maybe we're like athletes, right? Hey, look, I beat 17 senators, governors. I beat all these people. We're like athletes. Hillary beat Bernie, although it looks like Bernie got a little bit of a bad deal based on WikiLeaks, right? If you look at WikiLeaks. But we're like athletes, right? So athletes, they're making them more and more, but athletes, they make them take a drug test, right? I think we should take a drug test prior to the debate. I do. I think we should. Why don't we do that? We should take a drug test prior, because I don't know what's going on with her. But at the beginning of her last debate, she was all pumped up at the beginning. And at the end, it was like, oh, take me down. She could barely reach her car. So I think we should take a drug test. Anyway, I'm willing to do it.
Why would he say that? Why would he do that? Why? What's going on in your head, buddy? What's going on? Why did that pop up? Really? Oh, Hillary Clinton looks like she's high. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Okay, everybody needs to understand something. And I've spoken about this before. You know, a lot of people in the audience are in the same crowd. I have a lot of people who love weed who listen to my show. Love you guys. What's up? A lot of people who probably like recreational drugs in general who listen to my show. I've done recreational drugs. Still do. Still do some drugs every now and then. So, what are the main symptoms of somebody who, or the key signs of somebody who did some sort of an upper? Some sort of an amphetamine, a zippy high? Well, I mean, first of all, there's, if you're snorting it, there's the classic, people give you a little bit of that, a little bit of the sniffles, sometimes a little bit of the nose touching. If somebody snorted the drug, so in other words, you crush up an Adderall, snort it, you could snort cocaine, that would be one of the signs that, you know, they did it. By the way, people who have done these things can spot somebody doing it like that. Like, oh, yeah, of course, that person's on X, Y, or Z, depending on what the drug is and what the symptoms of that particular drug are. Another thing is, you're going to, all the time, and be like, by the way, this is a large bottle. It's not that I have tiny hands like Trump. But you're going to just sip endlessly. Just, okay, thirsty, I'm thirsty. Because you get parched. You get parched if you take an upper. Now, other symptoms of taking some sort of an upper, not eating. So you don't want to eat a lot. You lose weight. That's why a lot of people who are on cocaine, Adderall, other uppers, they're very skinny. Because they don't eat a lot, because it makes you not hungry. And then also not sleeping would be another one of the big signs. So those four things are the biggest things. Those four signs are like the key standard signs of somebody who took an upper. Now, Trump brags he doesn't sleep a lot. Okay, but he could just not sleep a lot. There are plenty of people who don't sleep a lot, so it is what it is. There are many super sleepers, as they call them. They sleep 3-4 hours a night, then they can do a normal day. Very small percentage of people, but perhaps Trump is in that percentage. I don't know. But he brags about not sleeping a lot. Eating, I know nothing about his eating habits other than he likes fast food every now and then, but I have no idea how often he eats. The other two key signs, sniffles and water. There was a huge scandal on social media because he couldn't stop doing these things during the first debate and the second debate. Let's watch.
8 years ago, we had the worst financial crisis, the Great Recession, the worst since the 1930s. That was in large part because of tax policies that slashed taxes on the wealthy, abyss. And it has not been easy. So we're now on the precipice of having a potentially much better economy. But the last thing we need to do is, if we're actually going to look at the facts, when I was in the Senate, I had a number of trade deals that came before me, and I held them all at HillaryClinton.com, and we've turned it into a fact checker. So if you want to see in real time what the fact, we've looked at your tax proposals. I don't see changes in the corporate tax rates or the kinds of proposals your IRS has made clear. There is no prohibition on releasing it when you're under audit. So you've got to ask yourself, why going after them online? I think we need to do much more with our tech companies to prevent ISIS and their operatives. NATO, as a military alliance, has something called Article 5, and basically it says this: an attack on one is an attack on all. And do you know they had built covert facilities? They had stocked them with centrifuges that were whirling away.
Okay. None of those were repeated. They were all different. That's not even all of them. I just cut it down for time's sake. There were more water sips in the first debate. There were more sniffles. You thought you saw all the sniffles a person can sniffle. That wasn't even all of them. Here's my conclusion. Guilty. Now, I said when this was the original scandal, Howard Dean was like, I think he might be on coke, by the way. Howard Dean probably saying that because he did massive amounts of coke, if not does massive amounts of coke. But after the first debate, what did I say? I said, yeah, it's possible that he's doing it, but number one, I don't know. Number two, I don't really care if he is. Because whatever, if he was doing some Adderall before a debate, if anything, it makes me like him more. Like, okay, let me get sharper for the debate. Give me some Adderall. Totally fine with that. Okay, no, but now it's a problem when you're going to be brazen enough to go out there and pretend like Hillary was the one on drugs and try to portray it as like, there she is cheating again. No. This is the clearest case of, I'm sure all of you have heard this one before, he who smelt it dealt it. Jeez! Somebody fart? Somebody rip ass over here? It smells! God! I think people don't know it's me, right? No, that's the classic move. The classic move. A classic example of psychological projection. Let me accuse her of what I'm guilty of. This is, thou doth protest too much. This is, again, the go-to move of the super-duper anti-gay pastors who get caught blowing a dude in a New Jersey Turnpike bathroom. I mean, they're straight up slobbing that knob. They're gargling on cocks left and right, just hitting their faces. Cock, 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 cock everywhere. And meanwhile, they're up there giving sermons. Let me tell you guys something about morality, okay? A man and a man should not lie together, and they should not do anything together. And you really got to make sure you stick to those values and those principles, because a man and a woman are meant to be married, and it is immoral and wrong if a man and a man do anything together. I like sweaty dicks in my face. What? Did I say that out loud? I'm not gay. I'm not gay at all. What? What? No, but so why are you talking about her all the time? What's his name? Not John Hagee. Oh, motherfucker, I'm gonna blank on his name. Come on, it's right on the tip of my... Fuck. Ted Haggard. I got it right there. Ted Haggard, famous Christian preacher. He was caught, as he's preaching against gay people on a regular basis, he gets caught doing crystal meth off a gay hooker's ass. Thou doth protest too much. Let me tell you, it is super immoral to have gay sex and do drugs. You would, like, never catch me doing it. In fact, I think some of you are doing it. Are you doing it? I think you're doing it. I'm not doing it. You're doing it. That's exactly what Donald Trump is doing here. You know, drugs. Hey, look, I'm just saying she was really zippy during the debate. She was sniffing a lot, and she was, like, having lots of water and whatnot. So I'm just saying, maybe crooked Hillary's doing some drugs. We need to take a drug test. There should be a drug test. Hillary, if there is a single intelligent person on your staff, right now you'd say, I agree, let's do it. Let's do it. In fact, here, we already bought the test. We already did it. We're sending it into the lab. We did a urine test. We did a blood test. We did every single kind of test possible. It's already there, and we're waiting on the results. Your move, Donald. Say yes. Say yes to it. 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 I guarantee you. Now there's no doubt in my mind he did something. I don't know if it was Adderall. I don't know if it was cocaine. I don't know what it was, but it was some sort of upper. There's no doubt about it because those are the classic signs of an upper. And now he's doing the, I'm going to blame her of what I'm guilty of. Donald, you're such a ridiculous person. Like, you know what it is? And it hit me the other day, too. He's such a liar. Like, I know he's a liar. But when he said, during the primary season that he doesn't do drugs, he said it. And if I'm not mistaken, he said, I've never done it, ever. He said the same thing about alcohol. And so I thought, well, that's strange. I mean, you're a fucking billionaire, known for your large appetite, if you will, known for your passions. You like fucking building rooms out of sheer gold, and you love hitting the party scene in New York. But you've never done drugs, and you've never had alcohol. Well, that's strange. It's almost as if that's not true. It's almost as if the exact opposite is probably true. That you've enjoyed it copious amounts your entire life, and then it hit me. Yeah, that is what it is. Of course that's the case. He probably drank like a motherfucker, if not drinks like a motherfucker, and does drugs. Because who says that? I've never done it. You're either the most honest person in the world, and I know he's not that, or you're just a liar, and it's the exact opposite. I think it's the exact opposite, just like this is the exact opposite. Crooked Hillary, I think she's doing drugs. Yeah, man. I was on the fence before. I'm not on the fence anymore. I'm now convinced he's doing something. And, again, am I really all that mad at him for doing something? No, I really don't care. But shut the fuck up blaming Hillary for claiming she's doing something that you are doing. That's the problem. The problem is that you're a giant fucking idiot, and you're a hypocrite, and you're a moron, and this is how you get rid of your guilty conscience, by accusing her of doing what you're doing. Don't do that part, and I would have been on your side, but now I can't be on your side, because, again, you're using it for a hacky political attack, and now I know you're doing it.